Hello everyone, it's your favorite realtor, Erica Hernandez with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, Gary Green. I hope you're having an amazing Monday. I have something very educational for you today. I hope you can spend a few minutes of your time with me to learn more about what I'm going to be talking about today. The topic for today is down payment assistance programs. If you would like to learn more about these programs and one in particular that I just went to a training for, please stay tuned. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Erica Houston Realtor on Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram, and go to my website at www.ericahoustonrealtor.com. Alright guys, so I've had this question multiple times from my buyers who really want to get into a home, but they don't have all the funds needed to get into a home. One option that I have talked about in previous videos is about getting a down payment assistance program to cover your down payment. So recently I went to a Harris County down payment assistance program training where I learned a bunch of great things that I'm going to be sharing with you today. By no means am I an expert in all these down payment assistance programs, but I just want you to learn a little bit about them and get yourself educated and go out and just research this a little bit more. All right guys, so this is the City of Houston Housing and Community Development. This is what their Homebuyer Assistance Program packet looks like. Homebuyer Assistance Program. The goal of the Housing and Community Development Department's Homebuyer Assistance Program is to provide financial assistance to qualified low to moderate income first-time homebuyers by covering eligible down payment and closing cost. By providing this service, the HAP also aims to increase home ownership, sustainability, positively impact the City of Houston tax base, and encourage complete communities. So really what they're saying is that they're just encouraging for low to moderate income buyers to be able to afford a home and get themselves into a home by assisting with the cost of getting a new home. So we did learn about the eligibility requirements. I'm not going to go over them right now, but if you need more information, I do have all these packets ready to go for you. There are some requirements, so that's something you just need to know. Also, the income limits, I think, were big. Here's the household size and what the income limits are. This is all available online as well, and there's a little bit more to it than just one person for $42,750. Even if you have 2 or 3 people, if any of those people are producing some income but are full-time students, then they don't use their income. So you may be able to apply for this and be eligible. So there's a certain way that they do play with the numbers, and you may be able to be eligible. And look at this, guys, $30,000 in assistance. That's how much you could possibly get in help from this assistance program if you qualify. So it works in different phases. I'm not going to go into detail. Again, these documents are available online, but just know that this process does take a long time. Recently, they did say that they switched over to the state doing a lot of their work and their different applications, so it does take a little bit more than usual. What I took away from this training is that you should have applied for this and done all the requirements and paperwork prior to even looking for a home. Obviously, you do have to get qualified, then work with this down payment assistance application, and finally look into getting a home. If you're under contract and you're barely applying, that house may not close on time. More than likely, it will not. So that is something that's really important when you're applying for these different assistance programs. If you'd like to learn more, here's the information, the email, the phone number, and website that you can go to get more information on this Homebuyer Assistance Program. For the most part, when you go to a bank or a lender, they're going to assign you to a loan officer. When you tell this loan officer what your needs are, they normally can help you decide which down payment assistance programs you should apply for and which ones you actually qualify for as well. Qualifying for it, I think, is the most hardest part because you have to have certain credit scores, maybe income limits, things like that. that you really have to look into. Loan officers are experts, so they're going to tell you whether you should go this route or maybe why you shouldn't go this route. It doesn't really matter what they recommend to you, it's what you feel most comfortable with. So if you really and truly want a down payment assistance program, then you need to push yourself and learn more about this and tell this loan officer, I will not be purchasing a home if I do not get a loan assistance program. What I want you to understand is that normally down payment assistance programs, regardless where they're from, are usually considered a loan. They're forgivable after a certain amount of years or whatever that certain program requires. For example, some programs require you to live in the property 5, 10, and there's even some that require you to be in there for 15 years. So if this is something that you think you may not accomplish, I would just stay away from those programs because you'll have to pay them back if you break these requirements or these rules. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and when you're thinking about purchasing a home or selling your home, please feel free to contact me to ask me any additional questions. I love to teach. I used to be a teacher and you guys know this, so don't be afraid to ask a question because I'm very passionate about it, and be ready for a super long answer and a great conversation with me. Although down payment assistance programs do help a lot of buyers save their money, for the most part, my personal recommendation is to stay away. If you're able to save your money up the traditional way and bring this money to purchase a home, I think that's the best route. A lot of times when you borrow money, there's a catch. There's always a catch. It may affect different parts of your loan. They may not let you refinance. There are so many rules. If you're not a person that loves to read the fine print, I would just stay away from these programs and bring your own money to purchase your new home. Applying for these down payment assistance programs can be very complicated and frustrating, on top of already applying for a loan that is already very complicated and frustrating. It may be double the work for you, but again, if you feel like this is something that you truly need, obviously, by all means, go forward with it. Just be ready to have a lot of documentation for these people. You're applying for a loan and those people are going to ask you for paperwork, and you're also applying for this assistance program and those people will ask you for additional paperwork. So I know it's going to be very time consuming. It is definitely worth it for families that do need that assistance when they're purchasing a home. However, I just want to warn you what is to come when you're applying for these programs. Thank you so much for stopping by today on this cold Monday. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos. I hope you have an amazing work week and I cannot wait to see you next week. Thank you for watching.